Hi guys, Carolina here. Welcome to my channel. So today I'm gonna be sharing with you a little bit about my weight loss this year. I start eating differently in January 2020, and it was never really my plan to be making a video or talking about what I eat, because talking about diet and what you choose to put in your body is very important, but I know it can be like opening a can of worms, and it's sometimes can be even worse than talking politics. So I kind of decided to stay quiet, but the main reason that I started doing that was for health reasons, but the weight loss happened. It was consequence, and you guys noticed. So I started to get a lot of messages here on YouTube and Instagram. And if you haven't followed me on Instagram yet, please make sure to do so. And then I'm like, okay, so maybe I would share because some people can benefit from it. And I did share on a post on my Instagram a few months ago, and it was actually really positive. A lot of people said they were gonna try. And before I start, I just wanna make this 100% clear. What I did was my option. Like, nobody told me to do it. I did my own research. I am not giving anybody an advice, like nutrition advice. I'm not saying that. So I'm just sharing with you because you guys asked me, and here I am. So January 2020, Liliana was 6 months old, and I did gain about 27 pounds with my son. I have a son and a daughter, and it took me a year and a half. After a year and a half, with a lot of work, I lost the 27 pounds that I gained with Sebastian. And then Lily, I gained 24 pounds, and I wasn't even expecting the weight to go away, to be honest with you. But I was not feeling great because throughout my pregnancy with Lily, I did not eat good. I craved some weird things that I wasn't used to eat. I could not drink water. Water would make me gag, and I wanted to eat like chicken tenders for weeks straight. It was just very weird. So when she was 6 months old, I'm like, you know what? Let's go back to my basics. And I have done this in the past. Ready? I decided to cut meat off of my diet. Now, in the past, I'm saying like about 5 years ago, I kind of cut back on meat. And by meat, I mean red meat, chicken, pork, about 70%, 75%. But in January 2020, there was this huge vegan wave going, and I didn't go vegan, but I'm like, I am just gonna not eat it at all. So I cut meat, like steaks, sausages. I mean, I don't eat hot dogs anyways, and I don't eat cold meat anyways, but I'm like, I'm just gonna stay away from it. I do like bacon, but I'm like, no more bacon, no more chicken, none of that. And I didn't become vegan, but I kept eating fish and shellfish and all that stuff. So all sea creatures, I still eat them. And I cannot call myself a pescatarian because I still eat eggs and cheese on occasion. I don't drink milk, no Greek yogurt or regular yogurt. Ice cream on occasion, but for a good 3 months, I didn't have any. Same thing with cheese. I feel like, January, February, March, I pretty much didn't have any dairy, and now I do on occasion. I must say I start to feel so much better because it's really a cleanse, and I know my body just works better. And again, I was based on research. I'm not gonna get into it now, but I knew it was gonna be good for me, and definitely was. It didn't take long. So the first, of course, thing was like I start to feel better, right? And make better choices and regarding my meal planning. And then I would say after a few months, I start to see the weight loss. I feel after a few months, no, after the first month, I already start seeing the weight dropping. which I'm not gonna say I wasn't liking, because I was expecting some, but I definitely lost way more weight. Now, it could have been because we were home, I'm not exercising, so it can definitely be in terms of like losing not only fat but mass, because I had like a lot of muscles and I was on exercising, so that weighs, and you know, my muscles were just going. So I'm aware of that, but I would say that in 6 months, I dropped about 17 to 18 pounds, which is a lot of weight. Again, I was not planning on doing that. I didn't go crazy. I didn't stop eating, like, you know, my occasional bread, all of that. But it happened. And again, like, you guys asked me what I was doing. Some people actually thought I was getting sick. I'm like, no, I'm not sick. I feel great. I feel healthy. I'm good. It's just that I stopped eating meat. Now, after like the 3 months mark, I would say, not that I start introducing again, but if we go somewhere or if there's a day I feel like eating something, I do. Right now we are already in November. I don't know when you're watching this video, but we are November 2020, and again, I started in January. I would say that maybe I ate meat or chicken or bacon or anything like that maybe 10 times this year. So yeah, so that's it. In terms of dairy, I still don't drink milk, but I haven't in a long time. But I still do some cheese on my salad. So my choices are usually feta or goat cheese. And you know, if I'm eating a vegan burger, which is really funny, I will put a cheese on it. I know, don't judge me, but I do it. And breads on occasion. I'm not a huge pasta person to begin with, so that's not really a struggle for me. And sweets on occasion. So whenever I feel like, I try to not eat a lot, like consciously, because I know that sugar, well, we all know sugar, it's pretty much a drug. So if you keep eating it, you're just gonna eat more. So on occasion, whenever I feel like I want. But guys, that's it. So here it is. This is my secret. And now I just want to share 2 things that if you feel like going forward and maybe try this, maybe start tomorrow or start next week or maybe starting 2021. One, and it's tough because a lot of times when you're like ready to make a change on your diet, you're like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna do it. You start telling everybody, don't do it. Just don't do it. Keep it to yourself. Again, make your research. I'm gonna post also on on the description of this video below a few Instagram accounts that I follow that in the beginning mostly did help me to get more information and, you know, tips and tricks and recipes. So I'm gonna share that with you guys. But there's so many out there, and if you Google vegan or vegetarian recipes or recipes with fish, there's so much out there. So anyways, going back, where was I? Oh yeah. So tip number 1 is don't just like tell everybody, because there's always gonna be, I'm not gonna say the haters, but there's all gonna be people that have something to say about your choice. So of course I told my husband, and it was very clear for him. I still make chicken, and I don't really make meat at home. Maybe I made meat like once or twice, but if you're having like burgers, he would cook burgers for him, and I'll get something vegan, and I will put my cheese on top. But my husband, of course, because in the same household, right? And I think the only other people that I shared right away were my neighbors, because they were talking about it too. They wanted to do something different, and they kind of like, you know, jumped in a boat with me, and they did really good too. And it was fun because we were exchanging recipes, and that was awesome. But I decided to stay quiet because, again, people always have something to say, and I just didn't want that pressure because I've been through that. Thing number 2, be prepared. Literally be prepared. Look for recipes. Just write down the vegetables that you're familiar with. Start with them first. Recipes that you can do. And try to plan your meals around vegetables and salads. And like I said, quinoa is a really good one. And I say that because it's also normal to plan your meal around your meat. So like, oh my gosh, what do I have in my fridge? I have chicken, or I have ground turkey, or I have a steak. You know, what can I do to go with it? What can I make as a side dish? So if you are not eating those things, you're gonna open your fridge and you're gonna see a red bell pepper or a few, and you're like, oh, what can I do with a red bell pepper? So why not just stuff them? What should I stuff it with? Red bell pepper, stuffed red bell pepper without meat. So you might want to stuff with quinoa and maybe some black beans, or rice and black beans. It's just really good. And then put some seasoning. So you know what I'm saying? Just try to change your focus and be prepared, because that's not what you're gonna eat anymore. And now a little list of what I eat, because people say, oh, you don't eat meat, what do you eat? So I eat fruits, I eat vegetables, I eat legumes, I eat seeds, which a lot of people don't, so maybe you want to explore. So I eat seeds, I eat nuts. Nuts are absolutely amazing. I'm not just talking about peanuts or cashews or almonds. Honestly, I don't eat almonds because I'm a little bit allergic to almonds. My throat starts scratching when I eat, you know, almonds or raw almonds or roasted almonds. So love pistachios. Pistachios are great for you, great for salads, you know, to crumble and put on top of your fish. I love my grains. Sometimes I'll make rice. I don't care for brown rice. Personally, I don't care much for the taste, but I do like black rice, wild rice, white rice. I do eat white rice, and quinoa. Quinoa is like, oh, I love quinoa. You can do so much with quinoa. You can make quinoa cakes, you can make quinoa salad, you can make quinoa bowls. Love quinoa. And yeah, so I always eat a carb, but the carbs are not breads necessarily. They are vegetables, hearty vegetables, and love my kale. But anyways, I can just go on and give you recipes. Again, if you would like to see those kind of videos, just let me know in the comments below. But that's it, guys. That's how I lost all my weight. I hope this video made sense. If you have any questions, just let me know. If you want to see more videos like that, also let me know. But again, like, this is not a medical advice, but as a friend, you know, we've been together for so long, and there's so many of you. As a friend, I would suggest just try it out. Follow the other accounts that I'm gonna post below, but try it out. Maybe you surprise yourself and you're gonna just find this new world of flavors and you're gonna love it. So I'm planning on sticking with it for a long time. I think that's it. Now I'm just talking nonsense. But anyways, thank you so much for watching, for taking the time to watching. Thank you so much for being here on my channel. If you have any questions, let me know. Don't forget to subscribe and click on the little bell by the subscription button. This way you can get notified every time that I post a new video. And stay tuned for a new choreography video coming your way soon. And have an amazing day and keep on dancing, guys. Bye.